ITV News can bring you yet more disturbing evidence of the potentially devastating consequences of buying unlicensed drugs which claim to help with weight loss. The family of a young mother of two told us they believe her sudden death could be linked to the drops that she'd been taken, which were labelled fat-burning serum. Sarah Thompson from Connors Quay in Wales was found dead in her bed by her own daughter. She was just 34. In this exclusive report, Sarah's family spoke to our health correspondent, Rebecca Barry, about their shock and their grief.
Sarah was a unique person. She loved her children. She loved her family.
A mum of two, a sister and a daughter. 34-year-old Sarah Thompson had been through a lot. 6 years ago, she was diagnosed with throat cancer. Her voice box was removed and she was left having to breathe through a tube in her neck. It became difficult to exercise and Sarah put on a lot of weight.
She became very depressed in the way that she looked. There's only so much a person can take.
Desperate, she bought these drops. Labelled fat-burning serum, she rapidly began losing weight.
She had a lot more confidence. Like, she felt like she could take on the world. She was ready to go out, achieve whatever held her back for so many years.
She even gave some to her sister.
When I took them, you know, my whole body was shaking and my heart was going. She went, "Gabby, just ride through it, because in the end, you'll be thankful for it."
Sarah too became unwell, repeatedly vomiting, unable to keep down any food or liquid. A week later, she was found dead in her bed by her 16-year-old daughter.
There's people out there that they're taking them to feel better about themselves or to numb pain. But what about people's families? Like, I'm never going to see my sister again because of this. You know, her children are going to grow up without their mum, and it's not nice. And no family should feel the pain that we feel.
It only happened in September and they're still waiting for test results to confirm the cause of death, but they believe the drops were to blame.
I really wouldn't wish this pain upon anyone. You know, my sister was young, she was 34 years old. She had her whole life ahead of her. You know, she had so many things planned and she had ambitions on what she wanted to do, but she's not going to be able to do that, and I think it is very unfair.
The product that Sarah bought is entirely different from authorised weight loss medications available on the NHS. We arranged for one of the bottles from Sarah's house to be tested in a laboratory. In its shiny packaging, it looks like cosmetics, a beauty product, but we found it contained clenbuterol, a Class C controlled drug not approved for human use. The maximum penalty for supplying it, 14 years in prison.
ITV News has found it's being sold online with various branding and flavours claiming to help with weight loss, but it brings serious risks.
It causes breathlessness, your heart rhythm might be out, on all sorts of other problems, dizziness. If you have high blood pressure or you have any other cardiac problems, then of course it can actually cause a heart attack.
Do you think Sarah had any idea what was in those drops?
I don't think she did, because as much as she wanted to be skinny, I don't think she would have took them if she knew exactly what was in them, if there was a risk of her never seeing her children again. I know she wouldn't have.
The family have spoken to us because they want to warn others about the risks.
When you're buying them off the street, they're so cheap and they're so easy to get hold of. And people think, you know, like my sister, everything's going to be okay, oh, I'm going to have a better life. But you're not always going to. One day you're just going to end up dead.
Now her children face their first Christmas without her.
Me and my mum, we have to be strong for the kids. So we have to put our grieving on hold because we have two children to support. With Christmas coming up, it is hard, you know, because they're not going to be waking up to the mum.
The government told us they send their deepest sympathies to Sarah's friends and family, and they're committed to regulating weight loss drugs properly. Rebecca Barry, ITV News.
What a desperate story. And the thing that emerges from it that will strike all of our viewers, I think, is how easy it is to get a hold of these drugs that can be deadly.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, firstly, I just want to make it really clear that what we're talking about here is completely different from the authorised prescription-only medication you can get to treat obesity. We're talking about unlicensed, and in this case, illegal products. Clenbuterol is banned because, although it does increase muscle growth and reduce body fat, it has potentially fatal side effects, and yet I've seen it for sale online. It's often in appealing packaging and flavours. We don't know for sure yet what caused Sarah's death. North Wales Police have told us that the paperwork has been sent to the coroner, but as you heard in that report, her family firmly believe that it was these fat-burning drops that were to blame. What's clear to me is that often with people who are so desperate to lose weight, often they are suffering with mental health problems, and combined with the easy availability of these drugs and a lack of awareness about the potential risks, it means that people take risks that are simply just not worth it.